Kingdom Tunes.
Long before the fall of the two famous cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, there lived a man named Abraham. When he heard the cities were full of cruelty and wrongdoing, he was deeply worried. He asked for mercy, hoping there might be enough good people there to save them. But the warnings had been clear. If no kindness could be found, the cities faced a tragic end. These visitors were heavenly messengers, angels, sent to see if even a handful of good-hearted people still lived in Sodom or Gomorrah. If not, destruction would come. Abraham watched, praying they might find something redeeming before it was too late. Sodom and Gomorrah were blessed with fertile land and wealth, but had turned to greed, violence, and unkindness. They cared little for strangers or those in need. While there may have been some who tried to do right, the majority embraced wrongdoing. This was the world the angels were about to enter. This was the daily reality in these cities, a place where many hearts had grown cold. In this city lived Lot, a man who had once traveled with Abraham. Although he chose to live in Sodom for its resources and trade opportunities, he struggled with the city's moral decay. Each day he hoped the people might change, but the danger remained ever present.
The sun is setting, and I can hear shouting in the streets again. Let's close the shutters so the girls don't worry.
Yes, that's wise. This place grows wilder at night. I only wish there were more kindness here.
Two angels, sent to discover if there was any hope left, entered Sodom at dusk. Their task was to confirm the outcry against the cities and bring a final warning.
Good evening, sirs. The nights here can be dangerous. Please, come to my home. You can wash your feet, share a meal, and rest safely until morning. Thank you, but perhaps we'll sleep in the city square tonight. I beg you not to. It isn't safe here after dark. Please, let me take care of your needs. I insist.
Very well. We will come to your home.
Welcome to our home. We hope you'll find rest and safety here.
Your kindness is noted. Thank you.
Though the family had little, they gave what they could. It was a custom to honor guests with warmth and respect, a practice fading in the city's darkness.
So, have you traveled far? If there is anything else we can offer, do let us know.
We appreciate your concern. Truly, it means more than you know.
Meanwhile, word spreads quickly that strangers are in town, staying with Lot. Outside, under the flickering torchlight of narrow alleys, a growing crowd gathers. Men and women with hardened faces whisper among themselves, fueled by malice or twisted curiosity. They make their way toward Lot's home, voices rising in anger.
Lot has guests, outsiders. Let's show them who truly rules this city. They won't dare defy us. Let's see how welcome they feel after we're done with them.
Such cruelty was common in Sodom and Gomorrah. Their hearts had become callous, seeking to harm rather than to help.
Lot, they've come.
I'll speak to them. Stay inside. Lock the door behind me. Friends, please do not harm my guests. They have done nothing wrong. I beg you, show them respect.
Who are you to lecture us, Lot? You're an outsider yourself. Now step aside.
Do not commit such evil. These travelers are under my roof, under my protection.
Protection? We'll see who needs protection tonight, old man.
Inside, the angels spring into action. The door opens, and they pull Lot back inside, shutting it firmly. A blinding flash of light pierces on the mob shrieks, stumbling in blindness and confusion.
Gather everyone who belongs to you in this city. The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is too great. Destruction is coming.
Lot to the next room where his daughter's fiancés are, looking unimpressed by the commotion. Lot's wife hovers by, alarmed, and the daughters too. The angels stand quietly by the doorway, the glow around them suggesting urgency and power.
Listen to me. The city will be destroyed at daybreak. We must leave now. There's no time to waste.
Destroyed? What?
You sound like you. Are you telling ghost stories? This city has stood for years. Yes. Why cause a panic? We will be fine.
The young men scoffed at Lot's warning, mocking him as if he were joking. They couldn't imagine their home, so familiar to them, could ever be gone in an instant.
They won't come. I tried.
Then you must save yourselves. Gather your wife and daughters, none else will listen. It is almost dawn. We can wait no longer.
As dawn neared, the angels urged Lot's family out of Sodom. They could not delay, for every minute counted. A strange stillness filled the air, as though nature itself held its breath.
Run to the hills. Do not look back or stop, or you will be swept away in what is coming.
And then it happened. Fire and burning sulfur began to rain down upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Great pillars of smoke rose into the sky, blotting out the weak morning light. The heat was overwhelming, and the roar of destruction was deafening.
Keep moving. Don't slow down. Remember, do not look back.
Lot's wife fully turns, gazing upon the destruction behind her. Her eyes fill with sorrow and longing, perhaps for the home she once knew, the life she's leaving behind, or simple disbelief at the devastation. At that very moment, a fierce wind whips around her, and the rest of the world seems to hold still. The angels had warned them not to look back, but Lot's wife could not resist. Whether out of regret or curiosity, this one act sealed her fate. Safe in the hills, Lot and his daughters looked back at the rising plumes of smoke and fire that consumed their home. In mere moments, everything they knew was gone. Their hearts were heavy with sorrow, and the deep realization that this was the consequence of a city's evil choices.
Father, what do we do now?
We must trust that there's a future for us somewhere. We have been spared for a reason, though it cost us dearly.
Mother and our fiancés.
They made their choice, my child. We cannot change that, but we're alive. We must carry on.
Friends, what can we learn from this sad and powerful story? The people of Sodom and Gomorrah chose selfishness, violence, and disregard for what is right. They ignored every opportunity to change. In the end, the harm they did to others brought destruction upon themselves. But we also see a beacon of hope. Lot showed hospitality to strangers, even in a place known for cruelty. Because of his kindness, he heard the warning and escaped. There is a message here. When we welcome and care for others, we open ourselves to good guidance and protection. Yet, we're also reminded that obedience matters. Lot's wife lost everything by looking back, an act of disobedience that showed her divided heart. Sometimes we must leave bad choices behind, and not yearn for what leads to harm. This is part of trusting the guidance that's been given for our own good. This story challenges us to ask, do we choose kindness, or do we follow harmful ways? Do we listen to warnings, or do we dismiss them out of pride? We each have the power to show goodness, to stand up for what is right, and to protect those who need help. In doing so, we avoid the heartbreak seen in Sodom and Gomorrah. Let us be like Lot, who tried to be hospitable, though let us also learn from his wife's mistake. When given a clear path, do not look back at the things that hold you to a harmful past. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May we all remember to act with goodness, courage, and obedience in our daily lives.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through God's Word. We hope today's animated Bible story touched your heart and strengthened your faith. If you found it meaningful, please like and share to spread God's message far and wide. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. God bless you, and see you next time.